Greetings everybody, I hope you're having a good week. So I'm going to do a couple of problems out of chapter 2. This is going to be number 29. You can see I've marked it up already from teaching this class another time. So number 29 on page 44, it reads, the following is the number of minutes to commute from home to work for a group of 25 automobile executives. And of course it has to be executives, it can't be just plain old workers. I don't know why they choose to do it that way. Alright, so our questions are, bring this back over here, how many classes would you recommend? Well, this is your classic 2K rule that we talked about. So remember, the 2K is going to be greater than or equal to the number of observations. That's how we're going to figure out how many classes we have. Alright, so we know, and looking at this, we have how many observations? We have 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 24, 25. So we have 25 observations. So we have to be plus or minus, or greater, we have to be greater than or equal to 25. So we're going to put our calculators to work. We're going to go 2, exponent 4, which gives us 16, which is not greater than or equal to 25. So we're going to go 2 exponent 5, which is going to give us 32, which does exceed it. So for A, we're going to end up having 5 classes would be the recommendation. Alright, so for B, we're going to figure out what's the interval. Well, it's going to be your highest observation, which on here is 48. And the lowest observation, which is 16. So we're going to put that to work. We're going to go 48 minus 16 divided by 5, which is going to give us 6.4. Okay, now so this is where we're going to look at rounding, because we want to use a round number, which makes it better. So we're going to equal 7 as the number that we're looking to use. Alright, so C is going to ask us, what would you recommend for the lower class limit? Well, we know our lowest observation here is 16, and we need to be below that, and we want to stay with either a 0 or a 5 ideally. So we're going to say 15 is going to be our recommended lower class. So, and then D asks us to build out a frequency table, and we look at building the, we're going to start with 15. So we got 15 to 22. We've got 22 to 29, 29 to 36, 36 to 43, and 43 to 50. So now what we want to do is we want to go back over here, and you can see I've done it with a couple of them already, where the circles are an example of one interval, and I did another interval just numbering them. So when we go through and figure these out, we're going to have 3 observations here. In this number, we're going to have 8. And here we're going to have 7. Alright, this is one of those things I mentioned in the lecture. We have a number 29, but the 29 is always pushed up to the higher level. You can't count it twice, so count it at the next level up. So the 29 you see in here, if you go through, this is the observation sequence you should get. And then 5, and then 2, and of course this should equal 25, which was our number of observations, which makes perfect sense. And then on E, comment on the shape of the frequency distribution. So if you look at it, we're going to go 3, 8, 7, 5, 2. So you look at the number. That's a fairly symmetrical version of the graph. So the frequency distribution would be fairly symmetric. There you go. So that's question, again, number 29. I'll do a couple more.